live.
Hey there, losers. Welcome to another episode of
Uncle Fatty's Funhouse.
Yeah, that's right. The show that gives you everything from silicone tits to catcher's mitts, one-hit wonders to immigrant plumbers.
Hey man, you need your shitter fixed?
So pull up a chair, grab something or someone.
Just not your relative.
We're not that kind of show. Anyways, I got a jam. I got me 2 women, and they're charging me by the hour, if you know what I mean. Uncle Fatty, say hello.
It's your favorite fat man, Uncle Fatty, on the Funhouse Wednesday night. I got my 2 boys with me tonight. I got Johnny G,
That's me,
Jimmy
baby.
Fasulo,
What up? Hello.
and hello. We're like
Yo.
really like
I'm a person.
kind of like informal or formal.
Formal.
Yeah, there we go.
I like that. So comfortable, informal, you forget which is which.
Right?
A good way to
You,
be.
you guys kind of must have smoked before you got here.
Hell
So.
yeah.
No, not me.
It's legal.
So is other things.
See?
So-
See, case in point. He's
So can I tell you
So
about
what? So is drinking yourself to death. Well,
True.
when I went to go get that shot in my eye today, right? I was in the Eatontown area. They got a Garden State dispensary down there.
Yeah.
So the line, since today was the first day that you could buy recreational weed. Okay.
Today?
Oh, wow.
Today was for that area.
Oh, I was like, then why'd they let me do it? Like,
Well, they do that. Actually, Garden State also in Woodbridge. They
they're recreational now also?
yeah, they're
Let's
recreational.
go.
Okay, so the line was like fucking Ticketmaster used to be.
Right.
Okay, like somebody who's going to get Guns N' Roses tickets. You know what I mean?
Right.
The line was like down 35.
Sleeping out the night before to go get it type
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. It was crazy.
You know what this is? This is people who haven't bought weed since they were in college. And they're
They weren't cool enough to get like past anyone's connection to buy it. They're like, nah, fuck, this guy
They're like,
sucks. I'm not
why are
giving
you
him to my
late?
plug.
Hit the plug.
They'd embarrass me if I sent them to my plug, so I'm not giving them my
You'd be
plug.
like, turn off the lights as they're blasting music. Like, it's just fucking. People are just.
Oh, but no.
I don't know how to
That's-
explain it.
have
Not
you
everyone
gotten-
does things with care. I'm nonchalant. I'm low key. You know.
What are you talking about, huh?
I'm just
You just went
saying.
off. No.
Just how it is. People like
Have you
to
gotten
telegraph.
recreational weed yet in Jersey?
No.
I've had my bouts with it. I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan. I got a little bit of a
I'm not a
headache.
fan.
I
I
got a
didn't get a
headache.
headache. It was
Maybe
limited,
that's
which
just
I
me.
understand,
Is it
but-
really like over commercialized?
Yeah.
It's basically you're just paying tax. Before
fuck
you weren't
that.
paying tax,
Nah,
right?
Right.
So you
I'd
get
rather
a
go to
volunteer to
my,
pay tax, and then you can't. You also lose out on certain privileges as well if you have a legal card for marijuana.
My local street pharmacist, and that's about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I don't trust those street pharmacists unless weed.
I
That's
heard shit
cool.
about people
Mushrooms. That's
from
cool.
In Detroit, when we were out in Detroit.
Well,
for
Jimmy,
one,
you're
my guy, he's jumping.
Uh-oh.
You wanted to give
When I was out
GHB.
in Detroit, they fucking told us not to buy straight weed because people were putting fentanyl in the fucking weed.
Yeah.
I heard about that too here in Jersey.
Yeah, but like absurd.
How do you not tell?
Absurd. Well,
I mean, you travel
it's
all over the
granular.
fucking. You travel all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean, so you know
I can tell you. Yeah, no, that shit.
you're better off. Probably on the bottom that twist rod there.
Oh yeah, the little vice grip guy. Oh.
So anyway, we got a couple of people out there. Who are you? Say hello.
What up,
Or don't.
fuckers?
No matter. We're still chatting. We're talking shit.
Yeah,
Chatting shit.
everybody's hanging. 3 now.
Damn. Hold
Well, welcome everyone. Welcome. So,
So Johnny, man, what's been going on, brother?
nothing. I've been I had my first release for my clothing brand around February. So,
Right.
I'm still trying to figure out what kind of drops I want to do, what kind of stuff I want to make. I'm trying to focus on content right now. And if you guys aren't familiar with the brand, the line is Obscura, but the way I operate as a business is John's Obscura. Both are acronyms and are reflective of like as Jimmy's fiddling with the mic. Do you want me to help you?
Bro, this shit.
Yeah, just push that shit right into the fucking table, bro.
Jimmy, it's like plumbing, Jimmy. Anyways, Obscura is an acronym, and it also means darkroom in Latin.
Okay.
So the reason why I wanted to reference the darkroom, because at a point in time when I really began like figuring out the kind of,
Making that shit tight.
Maybe you should put it in a different spot.
Let's do this.
All right. So anyway, getting back into your clothing line there.
So Obscura essentially means darkroom in Latin. So I feel like when I try to create from the darkroom, because that's a place where it's, you're not being influenced by much. You're just thinking like your thoughts and your thoughts alone, and you're focused on whatever is present in your mind currently.
Right.
In addition to that, Obscura is an acronym, objectively breaking standards, continuously unraveling reality around us. And what that means is, when you're breaking standards, it really doesn't matter what race you are or what you look like or how you think or how you may present yourself. It's like, this guy's doing something I've never seen before. And this, to me, is, one, it's moving.
Right.
It's like, helping buying a homeless person a meal. It's not like this great thing where you're making art. Like, it's what you make of it. So it's like, I want my clothing to do that. I want my clothing to break standards and like unravel reality and make the world a smaller place.
Well, I mean, all your artwork for your shirts and stuff like that, it's all created by you.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I make all my graphics. I was printing all my own stuff, but I actually found someone who has a much better the way he does his clothing process. I actually would rather have him do it because it's more. At a certain point, you can't always make things yourself. Unfortunately, I would love to make my
task.
It is.
Stay creative with him sometimes.
And sometimes when people have a better setup, they can get a more efficient pricing and more efficient timelines as well. When you work at a place where you sell clothing, and then you have to try to print your own clothing, it really feels like you're in a hamster wheel in one way or another. And it's like,
when your passion becomes your occupation, and you're not in entire control of the ways you facilitate your passion, you start hating the thing you love doing. Or you just get burnt out on it. The magic's kind of lost because it's not just for you anymore.
Well, that's what you would think. But my magic is when if I'm working with a customer and they're appreciative and they want to see my shit on their shirts or their business cards, that is enough to make me keep going. You know what I'm saying? Like people nowadays we live in a society where you just go on the internet before you do certain things, before you go to your local business. But this is a problem. It's a real problem because we're kind of we're living too much online, not just with our everyday lives, but with our money as well.
Detaching from the things we consume.
Exactly. You think
even further from the artists who are responsible for making it exist in the.
I mean, these things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
the distractinators.
You see everybody with their face in these all day long.
Oh yeah.
Not
guilty. Also myself.
Right, myself as well. But nobody's really communicating face to face anymore.
Right.
It's always either a video call, a text.
Right. And it's more often than not just a text. Yeah.
Very impersonal.
I always have problems because you know me, I'm a wise ass. So when I text, a lot of the times, just my shit doesn't translate right. People think I'm actually being a dick, and I'm like, bro, I'm just talking how I normally speak. And if we were in person, you would not have been like, what the fuck?
Well, you know what it is with you, Jimmy?
Text, there's no tone. It's just symbols.
Yeah.
And you're left to interpret on your own.
And then, emojis and shit like that. Like me, I'm much
emojis
older.
Emojis are fun.
Yeah, right, but I'm much older than both of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Old enough to be both your grandfathers and shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And obviously, you
sorry, I had to add on.
Of course you did. And that's cool. But I mean, I can hang with a younger crowd. I can hang with people my own age, people my own age, they're boring. I jive with them, but not really. Because
you can't catch them.
It's fucking boring.
For real.
Yeah. Cramping your style.
It's absolutely
styleless.
It's absolutely boring. I mean, just like all three of us, we're all involved in music. We're all involved in some kind of form of photography, videography.
Yeah, you're still doing your thing, and they probably never had a thing to do in the first place.
Right, exactly. They're married and shit, and
they got a dog
hanging out. Well, I got two dogs, but
I'm a cat dad.
you know,
Cat Dad Gang.
hanging home with their wives and shit, you know, every night.
Says that Cat Dad Gang.
What?
Cat Dad Gang? I need that on a shirt. Oh, I'm sorry. I just completely was like, wait a minute.
If anybody who knows how to make t-shirts, whenever you're with someone and they're like, oh, you should put that on, just get used to it. You're going to hear it for the rest of your life. Even when you're not making t-shirts.
So what were you saying, John? I totally just stole
That's
it
more
from
of a
you.
bumper sticker, by the way.
No, fuck that.
Cat Dad Life. That's a bumper sticker. Gang.
Cat Dad Gang.
How do you get jumped in?
Gotta get clawed.
Certain spot is there.
I don't know. I feel like there's a value to going that path, though, John. What you were discussing, I
That's one of my boys from Florida, Danny.
if he's your boy, then he's definitely still a chiller.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is probably the dude that I had like the most fun with growing up. Like we did like really crazy shit.
Well, listen.
Tell us. I want to. What kind of shit?
You know, just like fucking running from cops and fucking getting chased out of parties.
Hell yeah! I just want to do hood rat shit with my friends.
Right, exactly. I mean, growing up in Hazlet Township, you know, circa 1985, 86, you know.
Right.
Motley Crue.
Right, you guys weren't even thought of yet. But
No, yeah, I wasn't even.
I don't think my parents were.
Not
I don't
even a
think the
twinkle.
sperm had even developed in my father yet. That would bear me.
Before my daddy had some chest hair.
yeah, you're how old's your old man?
45. He's
Oh,
going to
really?
be 45.
No shit. My dad's like 60. Oh God, wait. There's no way. Okay, no, I'm tripping. I was about to say, is he about to be 70? But no, I can't do math.
Oh.
I don't know how old my dad is. 60 something.
He's got a 6.
Wait,
Let me see. Mine is 74.
Wait. The only time I've ever found an old dude who's old enough to be my grandpa interesting is if he's either a deadhead or he likes music.
62.
If he's a deadhead, he's the homie. He's like 18 years old forever. Shout out all the deadheads.
No, but I don't know. I met some deadheads that were just like
Burnt the fuck out.
Yeah, gone.
That's all right.
I mean, like all my friends are definitely deadheads.
Yeah.
Like, you know, guys in like my age group.
Right.
You know, they all went to the shows, you know, Dead Fish.
Fish is incredible.
I want to go see Fish.
Yeah, they're like the jam band now.
Our generation's dead.
Yeah,
Pretty
pretty
much.
much.
I'm still trying to understand what it is to be a jam band. Like
You
is
just
it-
vibe, bro.
That's why I
You
feel
have
like,
songs as like a basis, as a framework, but you just fucking just jam that shit.
Let's just say like Sublime, like 30 years before.
okay. I didn't think I understand what you're saying.
Just that. It's just like it's flowing. It's
Not like
flowing,
ska.
bro. No.
I'm just fucking around.
I love ska, but no, nothing like ska. I've come to realize I understand entirely why other people think ska is ridiculous, and I don't disagree with them, but I still love it.
Right.
It's like I don't know.
The
But,
last-
That's
but
a
you see,
special
you're
genre.
that guy though.
What you mean?
Like musically,
Yeah,
you can do fucking anything.
thank you.
And I've seen that. You know what I
thank
mean?
you.
From classic rock
Mm.
to stuff that is today.
And I'm screaming,
Right.
I'm doing angry shit.
But I mean, even like, you know, even in between that,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? There's nothing, you could jump in any situation.
Thank you.
just about.
And I mean, like, good example, a good friend of mine, Zach Martin, he used to be a DJ on Q104. He heard the version that you did of Bat Out of Hell.
Yeah, really?
Yeah. And if that wasn't fucking Meatloaf singing that, you know what I mean? It was like as close can get.
Dude, thank you so much.
You know,
That's
and that's coming from a pro.
That's an insane compliment.
You know, I'm pretty sure Meatloaf didn't do any drugs. You should look that up. Pretty sure
I
he
don't
didn't.
think that's true.
Well,
That's nuts. You know, I made my dad tear up with the Bat Out of Hell thing, which I also take as like the highest possible compliment. I might have seen the Dead a time or 20. He said,
yeah. Yeah, well, you guys.
a dream. I wish, dude.
No, it definitely wasn't Meatloaf.
No.
And then actually, my old studio that I had in Rollway, I don't think I knew you yet.
No, not yet.
This was what, like 2017?
But
I was
around
still-
there, 2016, 2017. Yeah, it was actually 2017 because I remember because I had another operation
Mm-hmm.
and I was actually trying to open that studio
Right, with
From-
Robbie and Arrow.
from my hospital bed.
Shut up.
That's
everyone.
crazy.
You know, we got everything done while I was in the hospital. They did, really.
Mm.
You know,
Errol's a genius.
they just came to me for the money.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying?
And a space to jam, too. Oh, yeah. I thought you meant they were coming to you like in general.
No, they were just
coming to you and the hot. Yeah,
you know, they
bouncing back and forth.
by the time that I got out of the hospital and I was ready to go back to work, they had it all done already.
Right.
You know, it was just ready to walk into.
Yeah, that's
you know,
and it was beautiful.
Exactly. I mean, it was a great room to record in. I mean, you did the first video as well in there.
Yeah, that was, and I didn't even. Errol literally was just like, "Do you want to sing on this? Can you come here?" And I was like, "Sure, hell yeah."
And you kind of like, it was like one of those one take wonders.
I think I did. Actually, I don't know if I did any overdubs. But Errol forgot to record a video when we first recorded the audio. So then he had me go back and like mime singing it.
Right.
Which was just like such an odd experience, like trying to match. Like I just sang it again, but you never sing something the same exact way twice. But I want to look like I'm singing what I'm singing.
Right. But you were there just like you were having a grand old time.
Just,
you know
yeah. And I had the fucking lyrics on flashcards because I didn't know the lyrics to Maggie May. Like I knew.
Yeah,
like the chorus, like it's an earworm from the radio, so of course I had like bits and pieces, and I knew the melody, but majority of the lyrics were brand new, and my memory's shot.
But now, when you did the whole "Bat Out of Hell" thing, that was like there had to be a big thought process behind that.
For me,
yeah,
no,
you just kind of went in and.
Well, I mean, Meatloaf was one of my greatest inspirations from when I was like if you listen to the Ernston record that me and Errol wound up putting out, it's like rife with like signs of Jim Steinman's influence on my music. Like, especially the first track. Like I was trying to do like a Meatloaf kind of song with that intentionally. So like, and I'd sang the song in the car.
Now, was that the song that you did Simple?
No. Simple was my ode to Brian Wilson. From Beach Boys.
Okay.
No, the song was called Paradox of the Bay. And it's super groovy. It's such a hip song. Like I called it the hip song because it's the one where I'd just be like up there singing it like this the entire fucking time, just swiveling. And then Errol asked me to come over. I had blown out my voice a couple of days before, so I couldn't do the high note, which is why he did it at the end. But we just one take through that also.
That's crazy.
I love Meatloaf, man.
Yeah, well, I mean, Meatloaf is just, he was great.
Untouchable. So that, I can't believe he, what was his name from Q103?
Zach Martin.
Zach Martin. Him saying that feels crazy.
Well, the thing is,
but you knew that. You're going to accept it.
So I do, actually, he was on the phone with me today when I was on my way home from the doctor.
Right.
And, it was funny because my mother and I were just talking about him because that's my mother's best friend's son.
Milo?
No. Zach.
Zach. Okay. I was like, no way.
He. I grew up with him and all his siblings. They lived across the street from me growing up. And,
that's awesome.
Yeah, and he just made it in radio. I mean, New York was his last stop.
He had been elsewhere.
Yeah, he was like Maryland, LA, Chicago, all the bigger markets.
Right.
But he was doing everything from like classic rock to like 80s metal.
That's a sweet spot to be in radio for too.
But he came up in it in that time.
Right. Got to actually live the ascent.
Now he's doing an internet radio station. It's called VNUE, something like that.
Mm.
And it's geared towards people with disabilities, like autism, stuff like that.
That's awesome.
And kind of like, I guess the basis for that would be, you ever hear of the restaurant No Limits in Red Bank or borderline Red Bank, Middletown area?
Yeah,
I'm unfamiliar.
I have heard of it.
Okay, so that's geared towards people with disabilities as well. Which it's great, for confidence builders for people with disabilities.
Right. That's awesome.
Just proves that there's nothing somebody can't do.
Yeah.
Right.
No matter what their situation is.
It's a disability, not an inability.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Jimmy know all about that, right?
Well, not
Well,
fully, but
I mean,
we were exposed at that camp. Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing though. Like when you work with people who like aren't on the, it's when you see someone as an equal who feels like they have their own thing going on there, they don't really fully understand themselves. It helps them, and it also helps humble you and realize like.
I don't think
It's
he's
easy to do a
talking
good
about
thing.
mental disabilities.
Oh, we're talking about
a more physical disability.
No,
Gotcha.
actually both.
Oh.
Both.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Oh, because the autism. I was thinking about the restaurant.
Nah,
No,
but,
yeah, do you know about John and I worked for he went with his brother to a camp that was free for people with intellectual and like brain injury disabilities.
Okay.
For like 6 years growing up.
yeah, I mean,
Like-
I was like, that's how I met him. He was the games instructor.
Yeah, buddy. The volunteer teacher. I was a whole teacher, made no money.
Nah, he was.
That's great though. I mean, it's something that's rewarding in the end.
Absolutely. That was definitely a formative experience for me. Like
It's full circle though. It's always a full circle thing, because you see those kids that you influence and like
crazy.
how it really affected them.
yeah, you feel like you actually did make a difference.
I mean, I've known you for what, like 14 years. When I mean, when I was 9, 8 till now.
I started working. I was there when I was 16.
16.
So 10 years.
Mm.
Maybe no.
How much
maybe
older are you than me? What?
I don't know. I'm 26.
4 years older than me.
Jesus.
Yeah.
You just made me feel real old.
Did I really? Sorry. I feel old.
Because
I know
what
that's
did I
annoying.
mean? Were you were about 20, 21, something?
22? 21, yeah. 21, 22. It was like right after, you remember I got the shoulder surgery.
Yes,
And then
had
I
that picture
dropped
of
mad
us.
weight. I got mad skinny. Like right when I hit that, like,
I remember that. I was
Super-
like,
yeah.
You okay, Jim? You're like,
I'm chilling, dude.
Like
I'm
this.
just hot now. I don't know what happened. But no, and then I met John shortly, like right after that period
yeah,
commenced.
I was a junior.
Yeah, because I had Errol and Robbie working in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie was my studio manager. Errol was kind of like his assistant, which really kind of should have been the other way around.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna say it, but no, definitely, yeah. Errol's a god amongst engineering men.
I don't even hear a word from Robbie anymore.
Oh, nobody does, apparently, from what I heard.
Not
I'm not in that circle, but I've heard there were schisms. So it's none of my business.
right. Well, I don't. I'm not going to relive the past, but
Right.
let's just say it wasn't one of the best splits in music history.
Right.
You know,
Oh, was your dad?
that's about it.
You going?
But
I'm gonna call him back. That's all.
oh, we got a chick there, bro.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe he does.
you down to say what up.
I will. I got you.
so getting flipping it around again. Let's get back into your clothing line and your business altogether.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's been weird figuring out production and demand and how to build demand. What I've been doing to kind of like for my grassroots, which for those of you who really don't know in layman's terms, it's just people who you know in on the ground marketing, people who you give your business card, people who you touch, your everyday customers.
Give me
Right.
that shit.
I mean, your shirts are great. I mean, I seen it the night that you brought the kid here to do the
Yeah, absolutely.
photo shoot.
Yeah, that was. I remember that, man. That was honestly really cool. That was. Well, one thing I will say on that note, respect to him and everything he's doing, but it's difficult to connect with a lot of creatives.
Yeah.
It's very difficult. Everyone has their own vision. Everybody, what I realize is, where's the line between I'm giving them what they want or they're taking my opinion?
Right.
Like on my everyday when I'm designing for customers, I'm going to give them what they want. For me to give them it's going to cost more. You know what I'm saying? So and it's like that with everyone. People want for nothing, and it's just hard to make people on the same page. And that's one thing where it's like when you find people you could connect with on a creative level, it really means more than you could really understand. I'm sure you not necessarily you gentlemen yourselves, but when you could connect with someone like that, sometimes it's lonely being a creative because it's hard for people to understand what goes on in your head. Like my thoughts really never stop, unfortunately, unless I smoke a little bit. So it's like that's why
your inspiration, more or less.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say marijuana is not an inspiration.
It's gasoline for the engine.
Yeah, maybe. keep your motor clean.
It's an oil change for
Yeah,
the
it definitely
soul.
lubes you up, and
Well, you know what it does? It's like
takes your mind somewhere else.
it slows my thoughts down. It's like watching like a stream go by, and for once you can see the stream really slow. You can see the fish. You can see what's in it because the water's not rushing by.
Right.
But sometimes when I'm in a fast-paced environment, it kind of works for my advantage. When I'm not so much. I don't know. Everyone's workflow is going to be different. Everyone's going to deal with their own things. That's another thing back to the dark room, because one thing everyone's afraid of when you're a kid is what? You're afraid of the dark.
Yeah.
Why are you afraid of the dark? Because you're afraid of your own thoughts. And bots, clones.
Now, speaking of in the dark room,
clowns.
Yeah.
what's going on with your podcast? I mean, you had just kind of jumped off after that last interview with
Felipe.
good
Yeah.
old Dr. Dabs there. I think that was the last one that you put up.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Shout out Dr. Dabs. He's the man. Mad funny. I actually go to yoga with Dr. Dabs. That man's limber. For real. The man's limber. More limber than I am.
Yo, I used to be limber. Now I feel like a brick.
Oh, man.
Me, I'm just fat. If I get on that floor, I'm not getting up.
Oh, man. Oh, yoga could fix that, though.
You're calling in the crane for me, bro.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Yoga's great.
Who was it? Was it Taft?
Robert
Who got stuck in
he
the
was
fucking
Taft.
tub?
Got stuck in the tub.
Oh, shit.
American history is brilliant.
Yeah. You could say that again.
American history is brilliant.
So now, as far as your releases for your T-shirts and hats and stuff like that, now is it just online sales?
So, yeah, back to how I do my grassroots. Sorry about a little tangent. Get used to it. We circle back here.
Settle down, Beavis.
We circle back here. What I do is I put my clothing in package bags. I post on social media. I post it on a reel. I post it on every social media I can. I say, hey, hiding a size large T-shirt at Kennedy Park. Hide it at the skate park. I got to go.
Oh, yeah, that shit. Didn't you hide one in Pittsburgh, too?
I did hide a T-shirt in Pittsburgh at Duquesne University. That cannot spell for jack shit.
I'm actually going to be going out to Pittsburgh soon.
Yo, when?
You think
Pittsburgh is my favorite city.
It's beautiful. It's the best. Southside Pittsburgh is amazing. Everyone I made so many connections. If I had my business cards, I might as well be able to move my business.
Because I'll tell you what, not for nothing, I met a photographer from out there. It's Clear Shadow Photography, something like that. And he was showing me like the market for models out there, which I need for my swimwear line. And because I'm not really finding much in Jersey. I mean, what I have right now, I'm satisfied with, but could always be more.
Right.
So
that's wicked. I don't know. Pittsburgh, it's just something magical, bro. Coming in on them bridges. I don't know. It feels like you're like descending into like a.
It's
like if J.R.R. Tolkien wrote a modern day city, if that makes any sense. I feel like that's what it feels like to enter Pittsburgh. Is like you're coming down into some like it's like the Emerald City, but yellow and black.
Yeah, black and yellow.
I mean, I hear the photography is outrageous over there, like even the nature stuff.
Well, do you know why? Pittsburgh has, sorry, Jimbo, 455 bridges, tunnels, and has over 1,000 stairs just to get up and down. There is a minister of stairs in Pittsburgh because of the amount of stairs. Look it up. I know.
I believe you.
Meatloaf was on drugs.
Yeah, you were wrong about that.
But I'm right about this.
Yeah.
It has more bridges than Venice.
That's crazy.
Yes, that's it. That's it.
How big is Venice?
I said with an inflection, you thought there was more.
Yeah, I'm going to have to...
Venice is not
I can't wait to get out there. I think I'm going to go in August.
I'll tell you one thing. I did the drive in one shot.
We were literally talking about having a broad trip to Pittsburgh.
A broad trip?
A broad trip.
But
that actually don't sound like a bad idea.
Well, right? I actually have a friend who works at a studio out there. So next time I go out there, I got to record. I got to put in that work.
Litzburg.
Mm-hmm. Every time I go somewhere to a new city, I want to try to record or like
ambitious.
You know why? Because the mire of being in a new city, you're connected with different consciousness.
You're detached. You're detached from what your regular state is.
And what I realized is when you go away to school, nobody knows you.
Yeah, that's why you can be yourself when you like dip the fuck out.
And then when you go back home, you're like, why am I gonna listen to mom? I can smoke pot in the living room.
right. Oh yeah. You break free and you come back and it's like, wait,
fuck.
And also, listen, I'll tell you one thing. If looking back, man, if I didn't go to college, if I went to Pittsburgh, bro, I would have been crazy out there. Crazy. Pittsburgh is crazy. Beautiful. Anywhere you go, there's a
There's a
view.
universe where it happened.
Yeah, but
It's not this one.
this one not. This is a different story. They're way different story. This is the story I always wanted to tell. How's that?
Boom.
Wow.
So now, Jimmy, are you still working in that studio in New Brunswick?
Here and there, I've been. I haven't really been in a while because I was working with public servants, and I was just traveling so much. Like, I had a clientele, kind of fell off with them because I got myself too busy to actually do anything.
Right.
So I'm not actively right now, but still yes. Like, you know what I mean?
You're affiliated with them.
Yeah. But I'm not actively working at DLM. No. Shout out Dave Martins.
What about the coffee house?
That's also with Dave from DLM. We basically just got fucked, dude. Like, we signed this lease that was around $8,000 a month to have the spot, and then and we had been told that like the bus stop would reopen, and that was going to be all of our traffic essentially, and then they never did. So now we're paying for prime real estate, and we're fucking dead zoned, landlocked. Like, nobody's fucking coming.
Gotcha.
Down to that part of the city for any reason ever.
Okay.
And it's between two campuses. And nobody's fucking walking to them. They're taking the bus, which now goes completely around us.
I got you.
Yeah. So we got out of the lease, thankfully.
Okay.
But so we're trying to figure out what the next moves are. We've been thinking about just a small retail space for now, so we can not just have shit in storage. And I'm working on a couple of shows, like, because one of the main things there was the shows that we would throw, because they were fucking like wicked bangers almost every single time. So I was just gonna do shows at outside venues, with like presented by us, and I'm gonna still like run it like it's our space, but it's not.
There's also a space in Hazlitt called Bulletproof Studios. John Albino from a band TT Quick owns it. It's actually a part of Absolute Music. They do lessons and shit like that too. But they also have a big studio area that they throw events.
Ooh, that is good to know.
So my good friend Easy Eddie Z, who I just shot the Let It Be video for, Beatles,
the cover.
Yeah.
Wicked.
And which did go number 1 on Reverb Nation.
No way.
Yeah. So
that's fucking sick, dude. Congrats to him.
And he actually just redid Stand By Me as well.
Ben E. King.
And it was him and his 2 boys. His 2 sons.
No way.
Yeah. The little ones, like on like the triangle in the beginning.
Oh,
like,
that's
ding,
adorable.
Ding, ding. And his oldest son is an accomplished pianist.
Wicked.
And
music family.
Yeah. What's that?
A pianist.
Pianist.
How old are we, John? You're running over to the cookies and laughing about the word pianist.
To bang your mom.
The boy got the munchies. What do you want?
No, he's like, oh, pianist. Crunches cookie. I just had a vision of him when he was 13 in my head.
Settle down.
Fucking regressing back there.
You got the same cookies too.
Wait, I need one though. Yo, do banks still leave out cookies in the morning?
No.
What the fuck happened? Why?
No,
that was like
it's Bush's fault.
Yeah, it probably is Bush.
Banks don't do shit. They're like hardly even nice to you anymore.
Right. No, we have your money.
No hospitality whatsoever. Yeah. Well, at least the bank that I go to for like my job.
I was gonna say, I feel like it depends on location with TD. I have TD.
Right. Well, they use Amboy National.
Oh god. Okay.
However, the one over in Aberdeen, there's this little smoke show in there that I gotta like,
So we go to the Aberdeen one.
Yeah, like chicks there like 6 days a week. She's hot as fuck, dude.
Oh man.
But
I feel like I don't even register. Like I feel like I go into a daze whenever I'm doing like banal shit, like going to the bank. Like I do not register anyone behind the counter. Like obviously I'm gonna speak and be like a good person, but I don't even like have the bandwidth to like assess what they look like. I was like, hello, how's it going?
Right.
Unless I'm like
stoned, then I'm just like, what up? Because
Yeah,
I can't
yeah.
control myself from
And then you're all
this.
talkative and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're talking
Can't
about
shut
right
the
now.
fuck up.
It's kind of like your motivation for the day, and just to kind of jumpstart you.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I feel like it depends on the day though. Like sometimes, like I'll smoke weed and then just be like real shitty. Like not like not a shitty person, just like anxious in my head and like nervous.
Right.
Which obviously is not fun. But 9 times out of 10, yeah, I feel like it just makes me chill out and like I can feel more comfy.
Right.
You know, I gotta steal a cookie though. He like put the taste on my tongue and I'm like, damn, bro.
Hey, John, you fucking overflowed this coffee.
Hey, let it cool down so I can sip it from the top. Sip it from the top. I'm dripping smoking pot now.
New rhyme. New rhyme on time.
It's to wrap around that track on time.
It's tricky.
Oh, I'm not gonna tell the Rev Run story.
Rev Ron.
I have a Rev Run story.
Who's Rev Ron?
Who is Rev Run?
You know,
Are you kidding? Who is Rev Run? You like hip hop, and you just asked who
I
Rev
know.
Run is?
I
Okay.
know.
So he's a hip hop poser.
No. I know a lot.
I know. Fuck.
I know
You know about this?
the good shit. No offense to Rev Ron.
Run DMC is the good shit. Here and there.
Listen,
Nas is
they,
the
they,
good shit.
no,
I
listen,
like Run
Run
DMC.
DMC, Sugar Hill Gang. Okay,
Naughty
by
Nature.
right. They started it all.
Naughty by Nature is good.
You know.
No, what is it?
Then you get into the Biggie era of Tupac and all that.
Of course.
I think it's Grandmaster Flash beforehand, though.
Yeah, White Lines and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
No, Run DMC was tight. There was one time, actually, I was working. So much cookie in my teeth. I was working security. I was working security at PNC, and it was a Kiss show, and they were shooting an episode of Comic Book Men in like the sound booth. And then after that, they sent me over. They said that there's someone that they want me to like personally just like follow, like just be their security guard.
Okay.
They bring me to the sound booth, and it's Daryl from Run DMC and
no
his
kidding.
kids. And then so like I got paid to stand there in the sound booth with him and watch Kiss play. Magic. Like that's a job. That's a job you can have, and I had that job for a day.
The one Kiss show that I saw, it was Saliva, Kiss, and Aerosmith.
Saliva. Dick, boom.
And good show. I mean, Kiss
Like a
was
bank
like
cookie.
the middle band.
So what year was this? Oh, Aerosmith, I guess.
Has to be like 2014, maybe.
How do they have all of Kiss's like production value in pyro and then follow that with Aerosmith? Did it work? Did it work, or did it feel like Kiss hit harder?
No, Kiss definitely hit harder. But I mean, Steven Tyler was all over the place.
Right.
Like I stayed for maybe like half of the show,
Mhm.
and he had a catwalk coming out like right to the lawn and shit. They were all performing out there. There was like, 2 drum kits set up. There was,
A cat? You mean like a
drum kits.
I just said a cat walked along.
Well,
like
a catwalk, like
a catwalk, yeah.
Like a
the little runway, yeah, the little thing you could strut your stuff
I'm
down.
sorry. I didn't mean like a tiger. I'm like, no, this motherfucker don't.
Speaking of which,
I
now
understand.
are you going to be doing any like fashion shows and shit like that for your line?
So that's essentially my goal right now. I have to figure out a smart way for my production. I'm probably gonna be buying everything in bulk and then distributing it out. I've been trying to do on demand. On demand is not really serving me, especially with the situation I'm dealing with now, where it works a lot, and I also don't need my boss is thinking that, or my boss thinking that I'm putting my stuff over the customers, even if I'm not. People just assume that naturally because they want to have something to throw at you. So you know what? That's fine. Like, I'm not going to take that person because maybe they're right. Maybe I shouldn't be mixing my business with that. Doesn't matter. I take it on the chin. But I did find someone, again, who could do better price production and probably do it much better. I want everything with mine to be screen printed. I like direct to garment. It's good for a short turnaround. But in my opinion, it can't hold up over 20 years. That's a dramatic lifetime for a garment. Most of the time, I'll end up getting thrown out or in a thrift store. But I'm thinking of my shit like 10 years from now. I want it to be in like thrift stores. I want it to be that thing you find like, oh
held
shit.
held up.
Yeah, exactly. Not that someone thrifted it on accident. Not that they didn't want it.
Do you want to be hype beast shit? I
No.
feel like nobody wants to, but if it happens, you're not going to be mad.
So I don't. Hype beast is hype beast. I want my stuff to be easily distributed for the masses. When people say hype beast, it can mean a few different things. What do you like?
I mean hype beast shit like
I know, like I'm just curious. So we're on the same page.
like not hype beast as in I'm saying, do you want your shit to become hype beast in terms of the design? Because hype beast shit is like a very narrow, in my view, like it's a very.
I understand.
They're all tied together stylistically. I'm saying hype beast shit in like the way that a potential customer would come for it. Like, do you want high resale value for your shit, or do you want it to stay like? I want the grassroots shit you were talking about.
I want someone to buy it and wear it like they don't own any other t-shirt. That's what I want.
Boom.
I don't care. Like, you can wear it for a week, and then the fact that you're wearing it, the fact that you're trying to help the world become a smaller place, because that's what it is. You're buying it.
Yeah, have the products.
Like, enjoy it.
Something more than just an image.
If you're buying it to resell it, honestly, you shouldn't be buying it in the first place because it's not meant to be bought and resold.
Stocks.
It doesn't. It's not a security. Please, like, it's cool if you're gonna. I'm not crapping on people who are doing that, but if that's what you're doing with my clothing, I don't think you understand the message. Therefore, you shouldn't be wearing it. And maybe that's something I may be shooting myself in the foot for. But truthfully, what I want genuine people. I want a genuine aesthetic. I want people to be like, oh, I got this because it's. I want you to wear it. Yeah,
culture.
Which it's because I'm not doing it really. People can feel how they want. Like, this is the way I look at capitalism, right? I want to create a product for people who are going to like it. They're going to use it. So I have to do something that people may not even want for a long time for them to appreciate it. So I'm voluntarily putting my money on the line, my time, my name, everything. This absorbs me, but it's okay because what I'm doing, everything I do is obscure. Everything I'm doing is to. I don't have to think about it. I wake up and I am it. So it's easy for me. Right now I'm obscure because whether I'm talking to 0 people or 100 people, it doesn't matter because this could be shared. This could be cut up. This could be showed.
If there's a message, it'll spread.
And listen, Tupac said this. His job isn't to be the next president. His job is to inspire the next president. I may go nowhere, but as long as I inspire someone to do something good, that's really what it's about. So. I was talking to Jimmy. I really feel like if I play my cards right, what I would like to see, maybe it's ambitious, maybe people don't understand the vision, but Fairfax Avenue in Los Angeles, I think we need that for Jersey. I think Jersey doesn't have that. Jersey doesn't have a scene, but the Jersey Shore has a scene. I think
Jersey fashion has a scene.
It does. It absolutely does. But the thing is, Jersey, we're a commuter city, commuter state rather. As is Connecticut, the commuter states.
Right.
So, we're New York. It doesn't matter. So it's like New York, New Jersey. I will say, most people say, I'm not Connecticut. It's the same shit. It's just, you got Connecticut, Bama.
I
all
thought that
shit.
the tri-state was New York, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, but apparently it's Connecticut.
Yeah.
I did not fucking know that.
Yep.
I never think of Connecticut.
I mean, I think you throw PA in there.
Right? But
then in terms of culture, because for New Jersey it is, right? Because I don't think about, because you have to think about it in terms of the city.
Right.
Look,
but I see New Jersey as influenced by both New York and Philadelphia, and I see New Jersey's influence on both New York and Philadelphia.
Right.
But
I feel like they're much more connected
absolutely
than anything in Connecticut.
And honestly, Pennsylvania's got a better economy. They actually make shit. No offense,
the Amish had the right idea, bro. That's a fact. You maximize your money with no electricity, just fucking chilling.
Yeah, I mean, they're building furniture, they're building houses, they're building all kinds of shit.
I love how the distinction, though, between people would qualify as a hippie and Amish people is literally just the wall of religion. If you just wanted to go off the grid, if you just wanted to go off the grid and live like an Amish person without there being a precedent for you doing so, you can't just choose to do that. People will think you're out of your mind. But the Amish, everyone's just yeah, that's what they do.
I mean,
why can't I just do that?
It was funny. I was actually with this girl one time and we're driving through Lakewood.
An Amish chick.
No,
imagine.
We're driving through Lakewood now. That's a big Hasidic.
Yeah.
That's a big Hasidic community.
Yeah,
right?
Huge.
And she's there oh wow, look at all the Amish people.
Oh my
I'm
God.
like, you dumb
Oh my
motherfucker.
God.
I would have just been like, "Yep."
I would just let her keep that.
I'd be like,
I
"You
just
can
let her
tell."
keep that because I think other people will find it funny later on down the road if she just does it again. I don't want to rob someone.
I
of the
guarantee
joy
you,
I felt it.
This is going back 15, 20 years ago.
No one would think
The
it's
Amish,
funny.
I
They'd
feel like
agree.
the Amish are legendary forever. You should know. You should
absolutely.
know the difference between like, no matter how long ago it was, they were here before we and any of our cultures were here.
I mean, look at that movie Kingpin.
Well, I haven't seen it.
No, it's like with Bill Murray, another chick. Vanessa Angel.
I know of
the guy from Dumb and Dumber, Jeff Daniels.
Yeah, my dad has told me about shit from that movie, but I still have yet to see it. But what happens?
No, it's just that Jeff Daniels is an Amish guy, and he just happens to be like
a wicked bowler.
The bowler.
That's an interesting. What a premise. They don't make movies like that anymore, dude.
Unless you're Adam Sandler. It sounds like
not
an
good
Adam Sandler
anymore.
movie.
Adam Sandler started out as a nobody on MTV. What the hell was the show? Remote Control. He was the stud boy.
What's Remote Control?
Well, yeah, I don't know what that is either.
It was a game show that like really meant nothing. Who the hell was on it?
I thought he was a comedian.
Well, later on he went to Saturday Night Live, like not too far after that show ended.
I feel like I don't watch TV.
I don't watch TV.
I feel like
either.
I always hear people talk about like my parents' aging up. Like TV is such like
it's a staple.
Yeah, it's a staple. But I feel like I don't watch
this was like
shit
early
at all.
MTV.
Yeah.
Like not like when they like started playing like Video Killed the Radio Star and Centerfold.
When they sold their yeah.
More like when they would just went to like different shows like this Remote Control show, The Real World. Well, that kind of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Not the pregnant one or Jersey Shore or anything like that, but
right. No, the pregnant one. Jersey Shore is an incredible show. If you have Netflix or Hulu, rather, I feel like you would enjoy watching Jersey Shore if you haven't.
I watch Jersey Shore here and there, or like the new ones,
right?
When there's nothing else on TV,
right? I watched through the whole like first like set of seasons multiple times just because I find it so interesting watching the psychology of these people,
right?
Because I just don't understand them all. Like they're larger than life characters, but they were before they were famous. And like imagine just someone being like Pauly D before Pauly D was famous, just always walking around loud,
right?
Being Pauly D, the coolest fucking guy ever.
They call him Johnny G.
Yeah, this guy. No, but like the confidence to just go be Pauly D. Like it's fucking dope. Like right. I admire that. Like he's a character that I find interesting. The Situation, that was a brain that I still could not understand the psyche of that individual at all.
Right.
Which is scary.
But now see, MTV should really pick you up. And like do a show around you.
Me? That'd be something. I guess I'm kind of insane too.
I sliced a gym.
Oh no.
That would definitely be a great show.
If I had a reality show, I don't know. I feel like I would be my own worst enemy with that. I'd try to do just ridiculous shit.
And now I'm gonna take a shit in the middle of this lobby.
Oh wait, no, send me to the Jersey Shore.
On.
If we reboot Jersey Shore and I'll bring like him and then like my other friends. We're the new Guidos. Like we don't go to the club. We just like smoke blunts on benches and have deep conversations with strangers. Like show them what it's really like to go down to the Jersey Shore.
That could really sell.
That'd be some shit, right?
That's why I started a podcast. I should just pay a stenographer or a camera crew. I spit out lines all day.
There's the dog. That's a beautiful dog.
Zeus is outside.
Yeah. Well, he just got picked up and carried into the house.
But is it a little blonde dog?
No, it was Zeus.
It was Zeus.
It was 1,000% Zeus.
I was gonna say because then we got little Sophie too.
There's another dog.
Yeah, we got a little Morkie.
A
Morkie? What is that? A Yorkie and a what?
Maltese.
Yo, guys, drop some comments.
I want a Pomsky.
Definitely drop some comments, please.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Well, don't subscribe unless you like. And
you subscribe. Battery exhausted.
I don't get exhausted.
Hang on a second.
Ice Cold called me Frosty.
You're out of your mind.
Snotty nose.
Okay.
But I'm on it.
Are you gonna do something about that overflowing coffee?
Hey. It's got to be cold.
Are you going to do something with that overflowing? It is cold.
Give me beatbox.
No.
Cold to you is still like 100 degrees. Like, it's a little chill. It's chill. Chill glass of coffee.
I'm not going to beatbox. Well, you keep stepping on me cord, bro.
Me fucking cold.
You're sitting on me dongle dick. I yelled.
You're a sick fuck. And one day I hope you're a cured
friend
fuck.
Keith. You fucking my friend
You
Keith.
fucking fuck.
We will be back.
When we were on
just a second.
one of the tours of fucking. It was a Detroit trip actually. The trip we got warned about fentanyl. No, but he's sitting. We're in the
Good old
van,
Detroit.
and he's sitting on my charge cable, and I don't know why. The thing I chose to say, like when I like pulled on it a couple times and he didn't feel it, I just go, "Oi, bruv, you're sitting on me dongle ding," and then that's just the thing now. He's my roommate now, and we'll just yell it at each other. We're not on each other's charger, but
Johnny, you got the cream, brother.
the cream.
I need a little bit of cream.
Cream is in
Oh, in here?
yes,
Thanks,
sir.
man.
Lotion.
Lotion?
What's in there? They got one in there.
The water.
We need bitch go.
You need what?
Okay,
Oh, you
we're
put
back
cream
up
in
and
there?
running.
Yay, camera.
Back up.
What up?
We are back up and running. We had a little the fuck?
You fucking with me?
No.
Oh, yeah, he is fucking with me.
Oh my god.
This kid.
Don't worry. I'm
What
gonna
up?
drink the cream and
Jimmy,
take a shot of
come on, just-
coffee.
Quarter turn with that
Towards me or towards you?
towards me. There we just a
Oh, what?
hair more. There we go.
Boom. Oh, well.
You need that wide angle for me, bro.
No, I don't know how to.
All right.
I guess I brought it closer. I feel like I can actually see my face on the screen better now.
Now you can, yeah. But I actually got this camera switcher here, but I was using my other camera for a shoot and didn't hook it back up, but I can go back and forth from like between 4 cameras.
Oh, that's cool as hell.
And this can handle 6 or 8 mics.
I see all them inputs. This is cool. You got a sick setup, dude. Is it
This is probably better than Rawway was.
right? And it's a more compact studio too.
Not
you
only
know?
that, I mean, I walk out my door
Hmm.
and I'm working. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of taking a half-hour trip.
So you use it as a commercial recording space as well, or just
Yeah.
That's wicked.
Absolutely.
You know, obviously I got my my interface down there,
Mm-hmm.
which obviously we do all the mainstream shit.
Right, the poppy.
Well, not even poppy, just like if anybody wants to come over and record anything, the only thing that I don't do here is live drums.
Oh, I
Yeah.
something
This
else.
room's definitely not treated. So you go DI, like you go direct in for instrumentals.
Ah, so do I.
Wicked,
Why wouldn't
wicked.
you? I thought
Well, no,
there was-
because if you got like a wicked amp
Oh,
set up, like
yeah.
and you want to mic it,
Oh, you got a pedal.
miking up amp. Well, you could go direct in with pedals.
But you don't need a power source for the pedal? I
You
guess
can
the
have
guitar
an
access
external
one.
power supply. Just get a DC converter.
I mean,
Got
not for
it.
nothing, all the guitar stuff,
Mm.
I pretty much go right through Amplitude anyway.
Oh yeah, it sounds great.
I have everything that I'll ever need.
Mhm.
Tube stuff, solid state stuff.
Right. Well, you do. Yeah. No. The replica tech is fucking crazy.
I even have the old Rockman set up in there.
Really. Let's go. Do you remember Errol's? Did you ever see Errol play guitar live?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember his Variax?
Yes.
He had the Variax guitar, dude. This shit was dirt
what?
nasty. It was called a Variax, and so literally there was an extra knob on it that wasn't for volume, tone. It was, you could change
All your effects.
you put effects on it from in the guitar. So like he'd change his tone, like his output before he would even like get to inboard gear rather, like already he's dictating it. And you could change tuning with that knob. Like it wouldn't spin.
Yeah, you could drop D, drop C, open G,
It was unreal.
whatever you want. It's just a knob turn away.
He had that and then another pedal board that literally you would just select a setting and it would replicate it. So it was like 1,000 different pedals in one pedal board. So he had this guitar that he could do whatever the fuck.
So
with.
basically get everything.
Dude,
He had
it was like
everything.
the most futuristic shit.
And
That's
even
amazing.
It always
when he
sounded
does
great.
when he records a cover,
Um,
he'll search for days for those exact sounds.
he'll look up
replicate
what
whatever-
the
whatever
gear
the
they
record
used.
is.
Yeah, he'll find the exact like rig they were using, and then find a way to replicate it without having to actually buy fucking amps and shit. Like you could do it all in the box.
Yeah, everything's all software driven.
Yeah, which is
It sounds like an
beautiful.
addict.
It feels
Vandals
wrong.
to a great thing.
It feels wrong, but it's beautiful in my opinion.
I understand why it feels wrong now.
I mean, you know, you got everything at your fingertips.
Absolutely.
Might as well
You know.
fucking use it. Hell yeah.
I mean, over the course of, I mean, I'll tell you one thing. I won an award during high school, and I got like $1,000 from the award. And the first thing I bought was a sampler. You remember my little
Right.
sampler, my Roland? You know what the award was for? It was most likely to be in the Hall of Fame of the high school.
In the Sava Hall of
In
Fame?
the Sava Hall.
That's
That's what they
wicked.
said. Most likely to be in the Sava Hall of Fame. The entire high school votes on it.
Yeah,
As
that's
not
a full
the kids,
superlative.
but the teachers.
Oh, really? Whoa.
Yeah. I was like, holy shit. And especially because I threatened someone that year and I got suspended. So everyone knew I was a good kid, and then they're like, oh, and he has a
Well, you
fucking
can
dark
spaz,
side.
though.
I spaz on this kid. I
You
told
went
him.
and got your badass on, did you?
Get your freak on.
I kind of just regurgitated what has been thrown at me. So
Okay.
years later, I feel like it was wrong, right? Because I was just doing on to others what it's been done on to me, and truthfully, I should just
As
take
a
it.
young man, you have to learn that lesson. You're not wrong for that.
No, but you have to do it to understand to not do it again.
Right.
And it's funny because, listen, part of me wants to still, I'm not good of a person. I feel like want to make sure like he doesn't know that I don't hate him, partly. Well, it's just kind of weird years from now, when you look back, you're like, I was just so angry and he thought he was tough shit. He knew karate or whatever the fuck. Didn't
This is
see
like
none
an
of that.
80s movie.
It is.
This is like
Well, because
did he
listen,
fight at Cobra Kai, this guy?
This is what it was. In high school, I did peer leadership, right? And I smoked. So he thought I was selling. He told people I was selling weed to the kids in peer leadership.
Bruh, no, fuck
And
no.
I snapped. I snapped because those kids asked me about that. You know what I say? I say it's not good. I say you shouldn't be doing it. I tell them that.
Right, and now
And-
he's fucking your whole shit
And
up.
I'm like, listen, bro. And I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. For them, they don't know what's going on. They don't. I told them to focus because what that is just anxiety building up. You need a release. I said, use working out. I told them, I was like, listen, it's gonna happen. You're gonna be around to it. I was like, don't be afraid to do it, but also understand that there are consequences to everything. And I said, there are going to be consequences to this, whether your parents don't like it, whether you really like it, that's a consequence. It's going to be a bad consequence depending on what kind of situations you put yourself in it.
Right.
And that's what I said to them. So someone saying that shit, I'm like, listen, I'm going to fuck you up. So, no, it's funny.
No, I know. It's
No,
just
it's
the way you just went. So I just said to him, "Yo, I'm gonna fuck you up." Like,
Well, I was in, Miss Moises.
I remember vaguely.
All right,
Dude,
so-
you gotta remember, I'm 8 years out of high school already.
That's
Eight.
All right.
8.
Listen, everybody knows that one woman who's just so about the idea. She's like eccentric and she's like, oh, the world's so nice. I want to paint people naked. Blah, 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 blah. So I see the text.
Good vibes. Bleh.
Yeah, like, blah, blah,
What is she
whatever.
like Van
Fucking
Driesen from fucking Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah, she's just like, but she's a very sweet lady. I mean, listen, amazing art teacher. I get a video of him saying that. Right, the kid saying that shit. Where's their phone coming from?
That's why I'm like, what the fuck?
Anyways,
You hear that?
so
Yeah.
I get a video of him.
Must be the house phone somewhere.
Oh, I was like, yo, I'm like, am I tripping?
My tone changes because I'm joking around, busting chops in our class, and I'm like, I'm not doing my work. I'm making everybody laugh. I'm fucking with other people's
Doing
projects.
what we do.
Exactly. So I get the video, and I'm snapping. I'm spaz. I'm like, I go to Miss Moish. I said, I need a bathroom pass now. She's like, well, there's someone else. I said, write me a fucking bathroom pass now. She's like, I said, a fucking bathroom
capping.
pass. I'm not. I
All right.
swear to God. Yo, I'll call someone right now. I'll call my girl Tracy. She saw the whole thing. She
You're gonna
seen
put
me
it
at
on
my work.
Tracy? I'll believe you. You're taking it that seriously? All right.
Dead
We don't need to
serious.
put other people's faces.
But she knows I'm not like that, so she wasn't like, she's like, here's the bathroom pass.
Right.
I do laps because I'm like, I'm
blowing
tight.
off steam.
I'm tight, right? I'm talking with people like, yo, what's going on, Johnny? Because I'm happy, friendly. Everybody loves me.
Now you're not. and in this situation.
Yeah.
No, you are now. Yes, now you are. I'm saying in the story,
I'm like-
not now, like in life. Yeah.
Yes. So I do laps, and I'm, there's this one bathroom that had the window. Everybody used to smoke it. So I'm like, I'm gonna go there. Someone's gonna have something I could smoke. I'm gonna chill. Lock. I see a Pure Leadership T-shirt down the hall. I'm like, that's him. That's gotta be him. I sprint down the hall. I rush in the bathroom. He's taking a piss in the urinal. He goes, "Oh hi." I said, "Shut the fuck up." I was like, "Why are you talking shit?" What? I said, "Shut the." I was to the point where, and honestly, looking back, it was very mature. But I started punching on the stall. I was punching that shit. I was like, word vomit. He fell to the ground and started kind of crying low key. I felt bad. I know he's got some issues, but hey, listen, it is what it is.
You're ridiculous.
No, but if I could have a conversation with him, I would definitely say I'm sorry. Even though he was wrong, I would still apologize because two wrongs don't make a right. Even when you feel in the fight.
Pee pee poo poo.
So, it is what it is.
Caca-poo-poo.
Not just because he's a cop and he could probably pull me over and be like, I know you smoke weed.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, should not be a cop, though. I don't care. If he listens to this, you should.
Who you talking about?
I don't say no names. I don't say no names. Don't say no names.
So anyway, now
Back to more important shit. But me and my
we're
antics and
just
shit.
about out of time.
Oh, okay.
You're out of touch.
Wait, one more thing. I emptied out a whole can of fart spray. That's it.
Around, out of touch. I'm out of touch. Too much time on my hands. It's hard to believe such a calamity. Did both of those songs go over your head, John?
Yeah, kind of.
God damn.
Yeah.
What's wrong with the kids these days, John?
Yeah, right.
I don't
What's
know.
going on?
Kids ain't all right.
You don't know Hall & Oates or Styx?
Well, I know Hole in Oates.
Cancel America.
Yeah. Fucking it's done.
They've been
It's
trying.
over. It's over. Wrap it up, boys. It's done.
So real quick.
Yeah.
Now you're the t-shirts and hats and stuff like that.
This is a John hat also.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I didn't get one.
It's sexy.
Didn't even fucking give
You
me
got
a
it.
melon cover.
Yeah, it's
The fuck, man?
you got a melon, brother. I'm trying. I need to get
You
the
know.
measurement on that melon.
Nah, man. Just extra wide.
He's about to whip out the measuring tape.
Talk to my boy Omar, the tent maker. He'll fucking hook it up.
Hell yeah.
So, are these just going to be available online? You're going to
So-
try and sell it to the idea to carrying it in stores, boutiques, shit
First,
like that.
my goal is I have a little bit of a 5-year plan. I don't feel it's apropos to share because
Okay.
it's my personal business, but
Of course.
I will be happy to share what my ideas are for the next year. Not guaranteeing anything, but this is what my vision is. This is what I'm trying to see.
I'm just trying to think of
Absolutely.
in terms of readily available.
Well, what's readily available right now, if you go to johnsobscura.com or you go to John's Obscura Instagram, the link will take you to my website. My Instagram story is down for the next 2 days. I'm still trying to get that up. A little bit of confusion on that end, but that's neither here nor there, ladies and
I guess
gentlemen.
the clothing industry has changed as in in the way where you don't have to be in a store anymore to be easily accessible. The
No,
internet has
exactly.
just knocked that wall down entirely. That's not a requirement,
Well,
thankfully.
Back to
You just need
easy
to create demand.
Well, that's as well, but easy accessibility goes into the conversation. Loading.
All right, we're back.
So
I'm from.
price goes into accessibility, right? Because if it's expensive, less
Yeah.
accessible. It's why Gucci is Gucci and so on and so forth. So I want it to be accessible. I want it to be an easy price. The lower I can go and I can still make money, the more I want everybody wearing my t-shirts. Within the next 3 months, I'm looking to do a pop-up shop. Within the next six, I'm looking to have my t-shirts on every skate park, South Jersey. That's my goal. That's what I'm thinking. I want my stickers everywhere. That's one. I want to be doing one free piece of clothing a week in 2 different areas, dropping it off, put a QR code on it. It's a video. That's essentially what I want to do.
Okay.
I want to give out free stuff, but not for the sake of giving it out for free. I want to give out things because it's, again, something nice you can do for someone else, unraveling reality, so on and so forth. I also feel like people who know you, people are excited for a movement like that. You're going to create kids who go to the skate park, thinking they're going to find your stuff and end up having fun there and forgetting about the reason why they came. It's about bringing a community together, whether I'm there to appreciate it or there to just be a part of it. It's like, it's an ongoing cycle. Before my time in skating, we had Sayreville Skate Shop, where I'm from, right? And then after Sayreville Skate Shop left, shout out, all I know is
NJ
John
Skate
L.
Shop. NJ Skate
Where
Shop.
I'm rocking here, NJ Skate Shop, Sayreville Skate Park. It was a huge thing. Unfortunately, that's no longer past. John L, in my opinion, is holding up the skate community in my town, but it's like,
He's holding up everything.
absolutely. My stuff is not just skate, I want it to be surf. I want it to be a little bit of everything. I would actually feel more comfortable maybe leaning into surf than I would skating, just because the kind of culture that I've been really becoming a part of more is surf right now.
Gotcha.
I've been surfing in the summers. Surfing is like a way I get off my steam. I don't be a lot of my friends. I really try not to smoke every day anymore, because honestly, sometimes like that extra jolt I have from not being stoned is really what I need to put myself to the next level. Like the last 2 days, I really didn't smoke. I was on my laptop from I work 9 to 6. By the time I get home, 6:37. So we'll say 8. From 8 to 7, I'm driving, working, or dealing with customers. I take personal phone calls. I take business phone calls all day. My photos, and honestly, I'm grateful for the fact that people want my opinion, people want my help. But I get home and I spend till 12 o'clock working on my portfolio, making sure my shit's dialed up, making sure I'm ready for the next opportunity that may come my way. So, that's really what it is. But back to the clothing brand thing. 3 months from now, I'll pop up. 6 months from now, I want to be in an actual store. 9 months from now, I want to be able to buy a billboard with my logo on it and my website. That is it. You just see, I want to be known for my logo. I want people to say, what is that? I want to know. I see it everywhere.
What you should do is look into the digital billboards.
Those shits, yeah.
The digital billboards are cool, but I want my shit to be stuck there.
Well, yeah, but the digital billboards, you could probably get more bang for the buck on that.
The thing is, it switches. That's the only thing I think about.
Right.
And I was even thinking about, I don't gotta buy a billboard where I'm from. I buy a billboard, or say down in Pittsburgh. On the way to Pittsburgh, and you're an hour out of Pittsburgh, but you still see billboards for Pittsburgh. That shit's dirt cheap. So if my goal would be eventually to, when I'm gonna do a pop up in the city, I buy a billboard and show people, drop my logo places. That's what it is. I want people to look at my logo. If you know, you know. If you don't, it's not for you.
But also, speaking of New York City, Times Square would be the mecca for you.
Absolutely.
Because God knows there's millions of people through there all day long. They're looking at that big jumbotron in Times Square. That's where you would want your logo to be flashing. And it's going to be flashing once a minute.
Yeah, I'm working my way up. That would be cool one day. Eventually, that would be really spectacular. But you know what I look at when I see those billboards? People can say what they want, but I feel like I look at buy this, consume. It's not.
What is that movie with Roddy Piper, where he has those glasses he puts on and then he sees things how they really are?
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I don't, right now I'm just trying to keep it to where I'm from. I don't want to be out in New York just yet, necessarily. I'm strictly with my grassroots. That's why I'm thinking about, the billboard thing. I think it'd be awesome. It would be really cool. And, over time, I want to do live printing setups. I want to do events. But again, building up myself, probably, 6 months from now, I'll be able to do events. I'll have a pop-up tent. I'll have all kinds of things that I can really showcase, When I have stronger control of my production, if I could print the stuff myself, it'll be much simpler for me.
Right.
Again, it's a process. I started my journey with clothing when I was 18 years old. I was getting into Middlesex County College. I bought a cry cut. I had printer, t-shirt, print paper, cut out, and I didn't understand that the cry cut could cut the shape out. I cut it. It was all jagged. I was tie-dyeing the t-shirts myself. I was using symbols that I didn't really understand what they meant. But it's cool because I look back at that and I'm like, holy shit, from that to this, I was telling Jimmy, it's tough having a clothing brand. No one gives a fuck. But honestly, that's the thing that should motivate you, right? Because that means that it's not that they don't give a fuck. They don't understand why they should.
They don't know.
It's your fault. It's 100% your fault. People don't understand why they should care. It's part of being an artist, right?
You have to sell yourself.
Exactly.
You have to sell it so good they just want to buy it. You ask me what kind of t-shirt should I buy? I got what kind of t-shirt are you in the market for? What's your industry? there's certain things to do to make people really like. I'm talking to today. Someone's like, "What kind of hat is that?" I'm like, "Well, I tell you one thing. It's a camper hat. You know, it's synthetic. It's good for sweat. It dries quick in heat. If you know, it has a snapback. I was explaining like." I just know everything off the top of my head. I had a chance to, have a ribbon cutting with the mayor, Belmar. I just got my business sold. Right. And he said, "So what do you guys do?" Silence, 2 seconds. I'm ready. Boom. This is what we do. We do custom T-shirts. For one, we do every kind of decoration style, flyers, banners, business cards, free designs. As long as your order is over a certain minimum, I'd be happy to help anybody, customers, businesses. Come see us. My name's John G. Stop by anytime.
Right.
That's it. I didn't think about it. It just happens because, it's
it doesn't really sound like a sales pitch either.
It's not.
It's just that you know your product.
It's just what, that's just who he is.
It's I don't like. You shouldn't. It's not always. I don't know. I don't think when I think about pitching, I don't think about it as a pitch. I think about it as me sharing how I can help you. It's about what I can. It's more about what you can do for someone else than what you can do for yourself.
You know your product. You know your the order of business, and you're telling somebody about it. Hey, if they jump on it one day, it might not be that day.
Yeah, exactly.
It might not be 6 months from now, but somebody eventually that you have talked to will come in your store, and they'll
And listen, I'll tell you one thing. On your journey, and this is the thing, being an artist is a journey. It's tough. We live in a society where you got to offer something for the society for you to be able to be a productive member of it, right? You got to pay taxes, you got roads paved, blah, blah. No one really gives a shit.
I mean, listen, I've been in photography for the past, 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Out of photography came videography.
Absolutely.
Out of videography came basically my swimwear line.
Uh-huh.
A lot came from it, which I remember when you and I had first met.
Mm-hmm.
You were really kind of just dabbling in photography.
Yes, sir. That was when I just got my first film camera. I was in college working at Romeo's. Yo, that fucking...
Let's not even go there.
Yeah, let me just be quiet. Excuse me. But one thing I will say, John, is like, looking back, dude, that got me started. A young kid taking pictures with chicks in bikinis on the beach. And
right.
and I'm going to do a good job, right? Because I want my stuff posted. And at the same time, it's like, for a young kid to see an older guy be like, yo, let me give you some experience and let me show you how to keep the model entertained. Get what it means to entertain, right? Like, when you're talking with the model, you're trying to develop a personal connection. You want something candid, but you don't always want something posed. Candid is the best. You can't always get a candid shot, even when you try.
No, not at all.
And that's what I learned, and I had that experience. You always bought me lunch. I looking back, that really was like cool. Like, there are other people that are going to help you, and I've had a lot of my first internship. I was under the pressure it could turn out to be a job. It didn't go through, which is fine. But listen, they wanted to keep me on. They wanted to keep me going. Appreciate that, but that's not what's for me. The next opportunity, I almost did car wraps at the shop.
Right.
The guy turned around. For one, he said, "You're gonna, he said, if you want to work for me, figure out the RIP software," which is very difficult. There's no place to learn it. You have to be taught by the actual system, people who created the system. You have to purchase it. It's a long thing, at least from my understanding, right? No, that didn't go through, right? Okay, next. And, I'm trying to figure out these things. Next thing, Big Frog. I start working out here for a month. I'm getting paid $12 an hour under the table, but it's full circle. Right? Through all those experiences, I got screwed over.
Say that shit out loud.
So what?
So whatever.
Well, listen, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, looking back,
at the end of the day, the day's over.
But that's where I started, and now I doubled what I make in a month. My manager just left from nowhere, and from there I was like, this is everything I've always wanted. I got every tool at my disposal. My boss is ready to retire, so he let me run the business, build connections, meet people, have customers that come back to us every year, and they know me.
Right.
You look at the reviews, and it's all me. It's because at the end of the day, the day is over. But let me try to find another way to say it.
Your customer service is probably second to none. You develop a good connection with each and every customer that walks through the door.
I do my best to do that. That's why, the other day, some lady, she was walking up, cut her toe open, fell into the window.
What?
Like,
what an event.
I took her in the store.
Right.
I gave her first aid, wrapped up her toe, cleaned her cut, and then I sold her T-shirts. And I said, you better put that in the review.
And you did.
I don't know. I gotta check.
Goggler first aid.
Whoa.
Story at 11. What the fuck?
This guy. Fuck you.
Oh, that was I know what it was. A battery.
Oh.
But you know what my last name means, John?
I have no idea.
Goggler translates to entertainer.
Mine
Okay.
translates to beans.
Bean boy.
Literally.
Like Franks and beans,
No, Italian, like pasta fazool.
pasta fazool.
Fazzulo.
I'll give
Jimmy
you
Beans.
real fucking fuzzle.
Oh,
Fucking mama.
oh, hey,
Hey, yeah, you like the flick? Hey,
come on.
Talking about
hey, he's a jerk off.
Forget about it. Well, on that note, people, it's time to call it a night.
Yeah, this guy's gotta go to
It's
sleep.
the end of the day, and the day is now over.
Maybe for me, but not for
No,
you.
it's definitely for me. I'm going to fuck to bed tonight.
Not me. I got a lot of shit to do.
Dude, I dug a
The grind-
100-foot trench yesterday,
Oh yeah.
and then I had to go. I went home, took a nap, and then I had a dance rehearsal for American Idiot. I'm doing a production of American Idiot in Old Bridge.
Right, but digging the trench. That's just the Italian in you.
Yeah, no, that's the shit, dude. I'm like getting so dark. It feels.
What like I
I'm
never
learning
dug a hole
I'm
before?
learning I'm learning the trade secrets.
Hey, jerk off. Dig the fucking hole.
Me and my boss
asshole.
are talking about it. So funny.
Hey
like, in
asshole,
movies.
get the fucking lime.
It's so funny in movies. They'll be like, "Oh, go dig a grave for this," or like they'll show someone digging a grave, and it takes them like 5 minutes. Do you know how long it would fucking take to actually dig like 6 feet into the ground and have it be like 6 feet long?
Yeah, they don't even got like a backhoe. You know what I mean?
Right? No ground breakers, no fucking spades, nothing. Just a shovel.
Shit, these days I don't even got a front hoe. Fuck.
Yeah. Goddamn. R.I.P.
But anyway, this is gonna do it for the Funhouse tonight. I want to thank John and Jimmy for
Pop in, Jimbo.
hanging with me. There he is. There's
I'm
the
here.
fucking man, eh?
Hey, I'm here.
Keep the
I do
merch.
shit. I do things.
Head it up.
Yeah, beat this one.
Obscura. There we go.
Obscura.
Up and
Again,
coming.
again, they didn't get me one.
Hey,
You
don't
know.
say they. I didn't. I got nothing to do with this.
Not
I got
yet.
in the car today and
Not
he gave
yet.
me this.
I wanted the big purple fucking Grimace shirt, but you know,
Oh, did you drop those ones? I told you to text me when you dropped them. Yeah.
No, I dropped them, but I didn't fully drop them. It's kinda
Unfortunately,
like a pre-sale.
they don't make the shirt that I want in football field size. So you know,
Fuck.
but it's whatever.
Don't worry, John. Take care of you, buddy.
Anyway, on that note, thank you, brother.
Johnny G out.
Jimmy, thank you for being here tonight.
Oh yes, thank you for having me.
And that's it till next week. I'm flying solo next week. Don't forget also, July 6th, I'll be back with Easy Eddie Z for another edition of our metal show.
Let's go, metal.
And
Fucking metal.
this time it's actually going to be it's going to be ladies' night here because we're doing a subject, women and wine. So they're going to be talking about like what chicks want and shit like that. So it's going to be a total shit show.
Women drinking wine and whining.
Yeah, more or less.
Live, laugh, rose.
So there you go. Anyway, there ain't nobody here, but good night, everybody. And we'll see you next week.
Bada boom.
That was beautiful.
And
I could